Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 8, Lesson 60, and today we're clearing up one of the most common slips in everyday English, the double negative. It's the kind of thing our ears let slide when we talk, but that a careful reader catches instantly on the page. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly why two negatives cause trouble, and how one tiny change fixes them every time. Let's dig in. Let's start with the idea itself. A double negative is what happens when two negative words show up in the same clause, both trying to make the sentence negative. Listen to this. We didn't see nothing out there. There are two negatives crowded in, didn't and nothing. And Standard English only wants one negative word to carry a negative idea. When you use two, they collide. Strictly speaking, they even cancel each other out. So didn't see nothing would technically mean you did see something. One negative is enough, and it's clearer. Here's the good news. Fixing a double negative is easy because every negative word has a positive twin waiting to take its place. No becomes any. Never becomes ever. Nobody becomes anybody. And nothing becomes anything. None becomes any, and nowhere becomes anywhere. A couple more to tuck away. Neither becomes either, and no one becomes anyone. Notice that none of these swaps changes what you mean. The idea stays exactly the same. You're just trading a negative form for a neutral one, so the sentence carries a single negative instead of two. So here's the move. You fix a double negative by flipping just one of the two negatives to its positive form. Take this sentence. Kathy never did nothing wrong. Count them. There are two negatives, never and nothing, doing the same job twice. We leave one and flip the other. Change nothing to anything, and you get, Kathy never did anything wrong. Now there's a single clean negative, never, and the meaning is crystal clear. One negative corrected. You only ever need to change one of the two, not both. Now here's the part that trips people up the most. A few words are secretly negative even though they don't look it. Hardly, scarcely, and barely. They already carry the negative all by themselves. So when someone says, I can't hardly wait, they've actually stacked two negatives, the end in can't plus hardly. The fix is to drop the extra one. I can hardly wait. That's it. And remember, plain not and its short form ent are negatives too. So once you've used one of them, don't reach for a second negative word to keep it company. One more helpful thing. A double negative usually gives you two different ways to fix it, because you get to choose which negative to flip. Start with the wrong version. We haven't been to no concerts. You could flip the second negative and say, we haven't been to any concerts. Or you could flip the first one instead and say, we have been to no concerts. Both are correct, and both mean the same thing. Each keeps exactly one negative. So flip whichever negative gives you the smoother, more natural line. Let's boil it down to a quick check you can run on any sentence. Step 1. Count the negative words in the clause. Step 2. If you find more than one, flip one of them to its positive twin. No to any, never to ever, and so on. And step 3. The one people forget. Keep an eye out for the sneaky negatives, hardly, scarcely, barely, and any hidden ent, because they count too. Remember the whole rule in a single line. One negative says it clearly, while two just cancel each other out. Let's practice. Let's practice. In this first set, I'll show you a sentence, and you decide. Does it contain a double negative, or is it already correct with just one negative? Remember to watch for the sneaky ones, hardly, scarcely, and barely. Pause the video and try each on your own before I reveal the answer. She hasn't told nobody her secret. Count the negatives. Hasn't is one, and nobody is a second. That's two in a single clause, so it's a double negative. We'd fix it with hasn't told anybody, so this one is wrong. We could barely see the trail in the fog. Barely is secretly negative, true, but it's the only negative in the sentence. There's nothing else stacked on top of it, so this is just one clean negative. So this one is correct. There isn't nowhere left to sit. Here we've got isn't, and then nowhere. Two negatives fighting over the same idea. That's a double negative. The fix is, isn't anywhere left to sit. So this one is wrong too. Nice work. In this second set, each sentence has a double negative, and I'll give you two possible revisions. Choose the one that actually fixes it, the version left with exactly one negative. Pause and try each before I answer. I didn't hear nothing all night. The negatives are didn't and nothing. The second option swaps nothing for no sound, but no is still a negative, so it's a double negative all over again. The first option flips nothing to anything, leaving just one negative. So the answer is the first option. They won't never agree on it. The two negatives are won't and never. The second option changes never to not, but that just swaps one negative for another, so we're still stuck with two. The first option turns never into ever, leaving won't as the single negative. The answer is the first option. He can't scarcely lift the box. Remember, scarcely is already negative, so pairing it with can't makes two. The second option just adds the word heavy, which does nothing about the double negative. The first option drops the NT, giving us he can scarcely lift the box. One negative, exactly right. So the answer here is the first option. Let's gather up what we learned. A double negative crams two negative words into a single clause, and Standard English only wants one negative to carry a negative idea. To fix it, you flip just one of the two negatives to its positive twin. No to any, never to ever, nothing to anything, and the meaning stays the same while the sentence gets clearer. And don't forget the sneaky negatives. Hardly, scarcely, barely, and the little NT already do the negative work, so never pair them with a second negative. Keep one negative and let it say what you mean. Great work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.